everybody.
I really need to know, like, after all of this, you still aren't on the ball with this.
Hello, everybody. Welcome.
Welcome. We've been gone for 2 weeks.
Yep, 2 weeks.
2 weeks. And we're married now. We're married now. Well, I already had a ring, but I have a second ring now. We are officially somebody's problem.
Yeah, we are.
We are somebody's problem. I guess I was always somebody's problem, but I'm officially your problem now.
Yes, you are. And I'm happy with that.
You went and messed up my mic settings, and
Oh,
I should knock you out for this stuff.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's all fine. It's all fine.
We have comments. Come on, sir.
Oh, 1 second.
On the ball.
Congrats to you both.
Thank you, Dar.
It's been a busy 2 weeks since the last time we were live.
Since the last time we were live, yes, I am on a scale of 1 to 10. I am at a stress level of like 2 now.
So we haven't been live since before the Stag and Doe. Correct?
Sure.
Yeah, correct.
Sure.
We had a good Stag and Doe.
Mm-hmm.
Or Buck and Doe, or whatever you want to call it.
It's a Buck and Doe.
We had a good one. The next day, we went and got my kids.
Yes. And we had your little monsters.
My little monsters, yeah.
Not really monsters anymore.
No. My prides and joys. We ended up being down here for a bit of one day because they wanted to see Dad set up.
Well, your daughter did.
Yeah.
Your son didn't care.
Yeah. Son didn't really care, but
no.
We ended up pretty much spending the morning down here, and it was just me and her down here singing.
She was singing.
She was singing. I was singing.
Oh, no.
So,
you were singing?
Yeah.
Oh,
so,
interesting.
It was a good bonding time for us.
Yes.
And then got to bring them to the Blue Jays game.
We did go to a Blue Jays game, and they won by a lot.
I think it was like 10-3 that game.
There was nothing better than the first home run they got.
I would say all of them.
Well, every one of them was fun, but like the first, like I'd say 2 actually. How excited the kids were that they got the home runs. It was the best thing ever.
My son said after that, I think it was later in the week, he goes, the best time I've ever had in my whole entire life was going to the Blue Jay game.
Yeah, he had so much fun, and we were actually worried about him, so.
Yeah, he doesn't do well in crowds.
Yeah.
Nor does my daughter, but
she can handle herself a little bit more. She also talks to the wall like you do.
Exactly. So, she can handle crowds. He can't as good.
No.
So.
But he did an amazing job.
Yep.
And I think he was the happiest he's ever been. So there's that. We also went to the CN Tower and the aquarium that day. It was a very busy day.
Yeah.
Very busy Tuesday that was.
They spent some time with Uncle Scotty.
Yes, Uncle Scotty.
But then the next day we went to the resort.
We went to Horseshoe, yes, and that's where we got married.
Yeah, we got married there.
And did lots of swimming.
Yep. Lots of swimming.
Yes.
We were supposed to get there earlier in the day, but a lot of things kept on getting pushed and moved and everything like that.
We had a time. Let's say that. Time. We had a time. We'll have to definitely do like a video when we get back into making videos, talking about like a recap of like the wedding.
Thursday.
And the things we went through.
Thursday. We just hung around, did some more swimming, but we started to get kind of scared because Thursday afternoon we get a text message saying our maid of honor and groomsmen, their flight's delayed.
Their flight delayed. Yes. I wasn't scared then.
And then get another one about an hour later saying it was delayed even more.
Yes.
And then another one later saying it was delayed
even more.
And we were like, uh-oh.
Yeah.
This is getting into oh crap territory.
Yeah.
And then later that night, my best man texted and said, hey, might not be there first thing tomorrow. Might not be there until very late tomorrow. My dad just got rushed to the hospital.
Yeah.
And I was like, you do what you gotta do, boo. His family comes before me. Anytime, anytime, any place.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But so then I was out of best man for a couple hours.
No, you were fine. You were fine. You're just being dramatic and groomzilla, like your best man says.
Yeah, he's no longer my best man. We've quit talking and everything like that.
You would have been fine because you would have had two guys standing beside you. I would have had two girls standing beside me. It would have been fine. The only difference is Josh would have had to sign the marriage certificate.
Yeah.
Or the marriage license, which is okay.
But everything else went good. We got married.
And
then we
said I do.
I do, yeah. And then we relaxed for a couple days.
Is that what you would call relaxed?
Well, I wouldn't say relaxed.
You missed like a key point.
We got married
on the Saturday night. I got screeched in.
Oh, you got screeched in, yep.
I got screeched in, so that was fun.
Welcome to our new Newfoundlander, Cassandra Osmond.
Yeah.
She is now a screeched in Newfoundlander.
I guess so, yeah.
Our whole head table is now screeched in.
A bunch of people were screeched in. So that was fun.
I did at least, I'm going to say 10 or 12.
And guys, Newfie Screech isn't as bad as people make it on like it is. I'll say that.
Don't listen to her. Still tastes like
I had
beautiful.
To take 2 shots of it.
I like drinking it.
It wasn't horrible. The second shot didn't do so well. Going down, but it went down.
Some people call it paint thinner. I love it.
Yeah.
I absolutely love drinking Newfie Screech with a bit of Coke. So it's a rum and Coke for me. And then we got married Saturday. Sunday
Guys, we still haven't fully unpacked from the wedding.
Yeah. Sunday we got to throw this out to Ben and Jen. Thank you for
cleaning up for us.
Everything
Packing
you did.
Everything.
Everything you did for that wedding.
Yeah, that was spectacular.
Yeah, we got to thank them for that because if it wasn't for them, we'd probably still be there.
Probably.
We'd probably still be there. So when you guys see Ben and Jen, say thank you to them. But then Monday, we had to drive back up to the resort because we
forgot the cake and the cod.
We forgot our own wedding cake.
Sunday was a busy day because Saturday, before hair and makeup showed up, I had that room cleaned up. I had it tidied up. And then hair and makeup showed up and the photographer showed up and the room became a disaster. So Sunday, we had to pack and clean up basically at the same time. And then on top of that, thankfully, we had Ben and Jen, like you said, who helped clean up the venue area, like the reception area. Because if not, we wouldn't have been able to do it at all. So Monday, that's why we completely forgot the cake and the cod, because we were so focused on trying to make sure to check out in time.
Yeah, so we got checked out just in time. Hello, Tammy. It's Tammy Monroe.
Yeah.
You can't say Monroe anymore for yourself.
Technically, I can.
Let's not go there.
Technically.
But Monday we relaxed. I think we fell asleep by like 9.
Monday we went to bed pretty early. I'll say that.
But Sunday we went to bed by like as soon as we got in.
Sunday we were later though. We didn't get home till like 10 because we sat with
Correct.
Josh and Ange and had supper.
We had steak, or no. We had Texas Longhorn.
Yeah.
Texas Longhorn in the city.
Because again, their flight got delayed going home too.
Yep. So we went to Texas Longhorns right next to the airport. I'm just ignoring that comment.
My birth certificate will always say Monroe Antle. Just saying.
But then we came home. Monday we fell asleep early.
Mm-hmm. I think all of last week I went to bed pretty early. I was beat.
Tuesday we started doing laundry.
Is that what we did Tuesday?
Yeah, and went and grabbed all the stuff from the trailer. Wednesday we packed again.
Yes.
Thursday we went to the trailer.
Mm-hmm.
And Friday morning we were on the road to Baysville.
Yes.
Because of our friends, again,
gotta
thank Ben and Jen. They got us like a getaway for all of us, so the four of us, to go 4-wheeling and enjoy a beautiful cottage.
Mm-hmm.
Which I will say this: the cottage was probably one of the nicest things.
It was beautiful. The lake was beautiful. It was a little cold the first day or so in the lake, but then it warmed up, which was weird because it actually cooled down when it came to temperature outside, but the lake warmed up.
Yeah, and like day one we got there, we unpacked both vehicles because we had to bring Ben's truck with the trailer with the 4-wheelers, and then we had our Jeep.
Our vehicle.
Our Jeep was packed.
All the food in it.
So we unpacked that and unpacked the 4-wheelers, got them against the house, made sure they were topped up in fuel.
And then just kind of chilled out for the night.
Pretty much.
From what I can remember.
We had a few drinks. Relaxed. Jennifer fished.
Jennifer and Cassie were the only ones who could catch fish.
Yeah, of all 4 days we were there, we all tried to fish. Jen was the only one
who could actually catch fish.
Who could catch a fish, and Cassie.
And Cassie. On behalf of Jennifer.
Jen hooked it, and Cassie
reeled it in.
And would not touch it.
Would not touch it. I don't do well with it.
But this cottage had a little bit of everything. So if you guys are in the Baysville area, there's a cottage up there that sleeps, I think, 10?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think it's 10.
And we got it for a good price.
Mm-hmm.
And we got it through Airbnb.
Yeah.
And I'm going to say this. It was spectacular. Once we figured out the Nest thermostat.
Yeah, the thermostat. We all boiled
night one
because I don't know if it was the last people that were there or what, but the temperature in the house at night was 23 degrees. And my friend, it felt like we were cremating.
Yeah, because it was a good solid, I'd say 24 outside, so we weren't getting any relief. So that was good. We had steak every night.
We had steak every single night that we were there, yes.
God bless the people who...
God bless Ben.
God bless Ben. He loves eating a steak.
I love eating a steak too, but I was saying God bless Ben because of the way he makes steak.
Well, I cook too.
Your steak was good too.
Oh, just not as good as Ben's. I see how it is. Ben, you are now cooking forever.
Love you.
Saturday was your first time kind of on your own on a trail driving a 4-wheeler.
Yep.
And how was that?
Other than the part where Jennifer tried to kill me, it was good. I was pretty sore after it all.
So day one, we went myself on my own bike.
I was on one bike.
Well, I was on a friend's bike. You were on a friend's bike.
I was on a bike, and then
Ben and Jen shared a bike.
Yes.
Well, Jen said, "Hey, Ben, let's take this path. It's a blue. It should be good."
Blue thinking it was easy. It was not easy, guys. I almost killed myself. Multiple times.
I've been on a lot of four-wheelers in my life and have driven a lot of four-wheelers, everything like that. When I went in this place, and I went in after you.
Yeah, I did it
I
first.
was one of the last in there. When I went in, and I was like, oh.
And it was the rocks. The rocks were so big that we had to like basically climb over, that it was just, and it was going up a hill too. So it wasn't just rocks you were climbing over. It was rocks going up a hill. So like
mud.
One wrong move and you're screwed.
It was more water than mud, but it was a little bit of combo.
Yeah.
But that was, to me, that was fun. But we got so far up, and you stopped, Ben stopped. No, Ben went a little further.
I think Ben went a little further and then realized it was going to just get worse
Gradually
from that.
Worse.
And Jen's like, no, let's turn back, because I wasn't even supposed to be really on the trail, because she thought blue were the easy trails. That's the only reason we went in. Then we realized blue was not the easy trail. Oranges. So we got out of there really quickly, and we went and did an orange trail.
Yeah.
Which I felt way more confident doing that trail.
Which, I'm going to say this, for your first time, I was very, very impressed. You didn't show any, you didn't show that you were scared on that blue trail.
I was dying inside.
Oh, I know. As soon as we got out, I looked at you and I went, are you all right?
I was trusting the fact that Ben and Jen loved me enough that they wouldn't put me on something that I would actually die at. So I was thinking, you know what? How many other people have done this? I can do it, but I don't want to do it again.
So you were on a Can-Am Outlander 400. 400. I don't think they make them anymore.
Yeah.
But that's what you were on. But when we came out of that hole, you looked like pasty white.
Yeah.
And I was like, are you all right? And you were like, yep. Didn't like that, but yeah.
Yeah, I'm okay. I'm still alive. I didn't get hurt, so that's a plus. But inside, I was truly dying.
And then you were good the rest of the day.
I was good the rest of the day. Yes.
We ended the day doing a trail that was an orange trail.
Mm-hmm.
And
I glided through it.
Yep.
I was happy.
You were great. You were amazing through it.
Yeah.
Nothing real difficult.
A little slower than everybody else.
Yep.
But that I guess that comes with being new. Yeah.
And then
I wasn't comfortable on the bike.
We went back, and Al and Al and Tim. Sorry, Tim. Al and Tim went back out.
Yes, they went back out with Jen and Ben. Jen and Ben went out too, because that's when they found the mud hole. Well,
no.
They had found one trail that had mud holes, but then Tim found that other mud hole after Ben and Jen came back.
So we went out for second day.
Mm-hmm. This time, Bradley and Ben were on their own bikes, and me and Jen went together, and Jen drove because my arms were really, really bad from the day before being sore. But it was also a chance that we could go on the blue trails
and try
for everybody else to try them, and I could still ride them. I just wasn't the one driving.
And you could experience it and also see what you had to do on those trails.
Yeah.
Which I got to give it to Jen. Thank you for teaching. We'll use the word teaching.
Teaching? Trying to kill me again, yes.
Yeah, teaching Cass how to do some of the more difficult trails.
Mm-hmm. I'm not going to do them anytime soon by myself, but hey, there's that.
So I was on my own bike. Ben was on his own. Well, yeah, they were all Ben's bikes, but
Yeah.
I was on a loaner bike. Ben was on his own, and you were on with Jen. Tim was on a
Dirt
bike, and
with
Al,
one arm.
yeah, with one arm because his other arm was just killing him. And Al was on his own bike.
Yes.
So Al always took up the rear because he was so slow.
Honestly, I think he did that on purpose because Al didn't get dirty either.
No, but like even on the main roads, I'd have to stop and just wait.
He was just enjoying the scenery. Like he said to me, I was driving the bike how it was supposed to be drove by just driving it like a normal person and enjoying the scenery around me. But you guys are crazy and just vroom.
No, like day one, you were even keeping up with people. I was like, okay, good. I was expecting you to be.
Well, I was also in the middle. There was people in front of me and behind me.
We always made sure that she was in the middle. Her and Jen have issues with directions.
Oh, I am horrible with directions, guys. I am directionally challenged.
So we made sure that they were always in the middle.
Yeah.
But day two, we get out there. Ben doesn't want to lead anymore. So we do a couple trails. I lead.
Mm-hmm.
They were all good. One trail just leads right into the lake. Yes. And me and Ben got out so far and then went, wait, there's no...
That was that tough one.
Yeah.
Where we had gone one way and then we were trying to like figure out our way out. And we couldn't figure our way out. And it just kept getting more dangerous.
And more deeper.
Dangerous.
And deeper and deeper.
Yeah.
So it was all good. But then... He led for a bit. He led early morning. We went out, I think, at 10. He did from like 10 to, I'd say, probably 12.
Yeah.
He led when we went off trails.
He got mad at us. That's why he didn't want to lead anymore.
Why?
Or no, never mind. That wasn't when he got mad. He got mad at us when we went to cross the bridge. And me, you, and Jen, obviously me and Jen are on the same bike, and we kept driving and they all stopped. Remember that?
Yeah, because I think it was Tim said he didn't think he could get over with the bike or something.
No, they had figured out right away that it was the wrong way.
But whatever, we were.
Yeah, but that wasn't why he didn't.
Yeah.
He just wanted to avoid being the first one to try everything.
So I gladly stepped up and was like,
"That's where we."
Here we go.
Them. Yeah.
So off we go. So we had some good wet puddles. I came back absolutely soaked. Not due to myself either.
No, that was due to Jennifer.
So Tim brought us up on a mud hole and he goes, all right, Brad, try this one first. So it was mud on one side and water on the other.
Mm-hmm.
So it was a fairly big puddle. Probably bigger, well, twice the size of this room, like width-wise. And like I was like, okay, I'm gonna go through the harder part. I'm gonna go through the mud. So off I go through the mud.
Mm-hmm.
All of a sudden, I hear this bike just rev up, and I'm like, okay, that's not me. Who the hell is revving the bike up? And all of a sudden, I just get soaked from the right side. And I see Jen and Cassie on the other side of this mud hole, now turned around and pointed and looking at me laughing because I am now drenched like a drowned rat.
Yep.
Because they soaked me.
Yep, we did. And then what did we do?
We went mudding.
Did we go mudding? Or did we
look
at the mud puddle and you said, I will go first and see if I get stuck? And you went first. And what happened?
I instantly got stuck.
You instantly got stuck. So.
Like instant.
So they got you out of the mud. And then Jennifer had this great idea. Jennifer
was on a bigger bike than us. So I was also on a 400.
Yes, you were on her bike.
Yeah, and you were on a 400 the day before, which, okay, whatever. but Jen was on a 565 or 570.
And figured, as long as you do it right, you can get through it. You didn't have it in 4x4.
I didn't have it in 4x4, and I took the middle of the puddle.
Yeah.
Or
So
the
she's like,
middle of
okay,
the mud hole.
I'll go more towards the side, but obviously be in 4x4. Well, I am on this bike with her, and we go for it. And we almost tip over.
It almost threw you guys.
Yeah, it almost threw us. And then we also got stuck.
You got about 2 feet further than I did.
Mm-hmm.
And
very, very dirty.
when I looked, I'm like, okay, that's a good line. Like, she's taking, that's good. And the bike just went whoop, whoop, and threw you over. Yeah. And I was like, yeah, they're done.
And she had no choice but to let go of the gas. Like, she had, it was like, yeah, there was a chance that we might have been able to get through it, but there was also the chance that we could have both been thrown off the bike, or even worse, fall off of the bike, and the bike could have went with us.
Exactly. But it was all fun.
Mm-hmm.
And then your bike was stuck.
Oh, the bike was stuck. Yes.
We had 2 4-wheelers.
It probably took about 10 minutes to get it out.
2 4-wheelers with their winches trying to get us out.
Mm-hmm.
That didn't work. And then Ben
has a magical.
Ben was the evil, like, sitting in the background.
No, he was just letting them do what they thought they were doing right.
Ben let them try whatever they wanted.
Yep.
Ben has a 5,000-pound winch on his bike. So he just sat back there like, whenever you need me, I'm here. And like I said, he let them do whatever they damn well pleased.
Mm-hmm.
And then they were like exhausted of all things. And Ben just goes, let me hook up. He hooked that winch up.
And just boom.
And when I say it was with ease, like I wouldn't even, like, I got on the bike.
Yeah.
Instead of like,
we got off and we left the scene where we watched the men work. Yes.
Yeah. So I got on the bike to control the throttle if needed, whatever. And this thing moved with my big ass on it and the bike just, and I didn't even have to do a thing. I was like, holy. And then Jen was like, maybe we should keep going and down that further mud hole. And we're all like, okay, It took us like 25 minutes to get out of this one.
I'm ready to go home.
It took us like 25 minutes to get out of this mud spot. How do we know what the next?
We're not doing another one. No, it wasn't happening.
But we're not going 4-wheeling this week?
No, my body can't take another week of it right now, okay?
We
were so sore.
We are planning on going in a couple weeks, so if you guys have 4-wheelers, you want to come join us?
Or if you guys know of any good trails, let us know. Crownland, let us know.
If you guys know where Crownland is here,
yes,
let us know so we can go ride.
Apparently, there's like none in Southern Ontario. You pretty much have to go up towards Muskoka.
We're gonna get our trail passes.
Yes.
So we can go on the trails here.
Mm-hmm.
But it was difficult.
It's fun.
Yeah. But that's
really sore. Really, really sore.
What if anybody's here? Do you guys have 4-wheelers?
Have you guys been on 4-wheelers? What were your first time experiences on 4-wheelers? Because I almost died.
Would you guys want to go camping with us? By camping, we mean cottaging.
Cottaging.
We don't do the.
Jen had brought up us going back up there and camping on the Crownland. And just like
roughing it.
Really roughing it. And I don't know about that one.
Yeah.
Middle of the summer, I probably would totally be down to do it. You know what I mean? Like, if we're looking in like July or August, I'd be down to do it. But we're getting into like the colder months, so like even this weekend's called for like 13 degrees and rain.
I don't know about that.
You don't know about what? Ever roughing?
I've done my rough and time.
Oh, you don't want to do your rough and times anymore. I'm good with that. There's no reason we need to be roughing it.
They
if
can
you don't
rough
want
it.
to.
We'll
God. No.
we'll glamp it.
We'll glam.
We actually looked at no. We are planning a big trip in a couple of years to do all of Newfoundland on side by sides.
Mm-hmm.
It's in a couple of years
Mm-hmm.
down the road. If you guys want to join us, go ahead. If you don't,
Yep.
it's on you. But I have looked at blow up tents,
Mm-hmm.
and it like they can hold up to like 6 to 10 people, but they're air inflated.
Hmm.
So like instead of poles, it's air that you're using. They fold to this, but they're huge. So they are expensive though.
Yeah, I bet they are really expensive.
$3,000, $2,000. But like you can bring a carpet.
I'd be fine with just even like a normal tent. Like I'd be completely fine with doing that.
That's not glamping.
I need glamp.
But there is
I can camp.
There is, if you go on YouTube, there is a guy that has done Newfoundland. I think this is his 11th year.
Guys, this is a new obsession, okay?
No, I just watched it the other day because we were talking about doing Newfoundland.
Dude, you have been watching ATV videos for the last like 2.5 weeks. It's your new obsession. It's okay.
Okay.
I have a big one on your lot next summer. Oh, tent. Talking about a big tent on our
That's
lot.
if we're still there.
We will be there next year.
We don't know that.
Yeah, we will because we got to pay our deposit.
The new rules, whatever. We don't know.
We will be there next year.
Might be our last year.
We don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. We're still trying to decide what we're gonna do. Everything with the park.
We will be taking it
One day at a time.
month by month right now.
It's one day at a time.
We know we'll be there next year. After next year, we don't know. Maybe we'll be in BC. No? Okay.
Is there good four-wheeling out there?
I'm sure there is.
I don't know.
Now I'm searching that. Go ahead. Keep talking.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. Well, following cast, not as much you. Thank you. No, it was a good 2 weeks. Now we're back to the grindstone.
We're back to the grindstone. We're starting to get back into things. Over the next few weeks, you'll see changes in our activity online. We'll be more active.
Well, I would say in the next couple months, you'll see changes. We got to get things stored up first before we start launching things.
Yeah, sorting out.
But once we do start launching, like, and I'm not meaning clothes or anything like that. I mean, once we start launching on our social medias, we are going to be fast, furious. We're going to be pumping out a lot of content.
We'll be
not
getting
just
back
here.
into a groove, yeah.
Not just here. It's going to be everywhere.
It's been a interesting year.
Yeah, I would almost say it was a year that we can throw out.
Mm-hmm. Well, not really. It's been the hardest year, but the happiest thing that happened this year as well.
Oh, I'm not disagreeing there. I meant like company and YouTube wise, we could throw it out because like, yeah, we were planning on taking a break to our wedding.
Yeah, and that was only going to be a couple weeks though.
And then
but everything else had happened.
The family stuff that happened and everything like that. It destroyed us.
It took a big toll on us.
And then we kind of reassessed everything and saw what we were screwing up on and what we have to change.
We gotta live to learn, so that's what we've been doing. Angela says there's a lot out here. I know some trails, but you risk the bears and other things.
Meh.
Excited to see what's in store. It was an eye-opening year. Definitely an eye-opening year. Yeah.
Oh, there's a lot of people that I thought were friends that no longer mean anything to me.
There's a lot of people.
We had this conversation.
Yeah.
We're gonna.
Whatever.
Yeah.
I have a little circle, and that's all I need.
Yep.
And I don't care anymore.
Mm.
And that's my attitude.
Exactly.
I don't care. I am a married woman now. The
Yes,
only
you
thing
are.
I really have to worry about other than myself is you.
And you don't
Because
have to
I'm
worry about that
responsible.
much.
I'm responsible for you.
You don't have to worry
You're
about
my somebody's problem.
Yeah.
You're my problem.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah.
Ange, where we were this past weekend,
We did not see a moose.
we did not see a moose.
Apparently, who's seen a moose on the way out?
Nobody saw a moose on the way
no,
out.
it was a statue moose.
It was a statue moose. But we did, myself and Al did see moose tracks.
Oh, did ya?
While we were out four-wheeling.
Good to know.
There was a calf, for sure a calf, and a cow. And I'm almost certain I did see a bull track early in the day. But we did also see bear tracks, which is common for that area. Mm-hmm. It is common.
Now, when we were out and about anyways, we probably wouldn't have seen them. We would have been making, number one, too much noise. And number two, it would have been like the middle of the day.
Exactly.
I'm sure if we would have went out at like 7 a.m. or like later in the evening, but during midday like we would have been fine.
But I'm going to say this, with the cold temperatures that are coming in, because what happens in the summer is like moose, bear, like a lot of animals, they go closer to a body of water. Mm-hmm. Because they'll eat around that body of water and they're really close to a drinking hole. So now that it's cold, they're not using as much energy to walk somewhere. So now they're going to walk further and further and further. Mm-hmm. That's why in the fall, moose come out more, because they don't need to have that water source right there because they're not as hot.
Yeah. Angela says moose moose aren't real. I'm convinced. Moose are mythical creatures. Unicorns are as real as moose are. That's my story, and that's what I am sticking to. Because I have been to all the way to the East Coast, drove across Newfoundland, and did not see a moose at all. Angela has been all the way out west, did not see a moose at all. Poor Joshua has been from BC to Nova Scotia and has not seen a moose. So
I don't think you guys are looking good enough.
Oh no, we're not looking good enough at all. We're just driving on by.
I've seen them.
You have not seen one since you've been with me.
Nope. No, I haven't.
No, see?
I've seen the caribou.
We even went to a zoo park. What was it?
A nature park.
Nature park. We went to a nature park where they had an exhibit for a moose. And the moose exhibit was closed.
It was under construction.
So how convenient, guys. How convenient.
The moose was relocated and it was under construction.
The moose did not exist.
We have seen caribous.
Angela says he just imagined them. There's simply no such thing.
Who was it just came up from Newfoundland and they said between Gander and or Grand Falls and Deer Lake, or Gander and Grand Falls, or something like in that nature, they saw 13 moose.
Yeah.
In like a 4-hour drive.
And guys, I've drove across the island more than once. Like Newfoundland, we've drove across more than once. We've done it. The first time we did it out and back, did we not? And then this time, this time we went from Deer Lake and we drove to St. John's and then only halfway back. Because we didn't drop the kids right off.
No, this time we did the whole way because we drove home last time.
Oh, we drove home, yes.
The first time we went we flew into St. John's.
So both times we did drive across the island. So I've drove across the island
twice
fully and have not seen a moose.
Exactly.
And we've even drove, like, we've come off the highway. It wasn't that we just drove the highway. We also went off the highway. Remember, we were going to your grandmother's funeral, and we had just missed a moose, and your cousin had seen the moose.
Yeah, my cousin.
That's how lucky I am. Okay, guys.
We left the burial spot
Mm-hmm.
and drove over to my uncle's house, which is in about a half an hour away. And we had to go over the Tilton Barrens,
Mm-hmm.
and it's very well known for moose.
Yeah.
It is very well known for moose, and we drove through there. Nothing.
Not one moose,
Absolutely
guys.
nothing.
Nope. So
my cousin Cindy, who was literally
like 5 minutes behind us, barely.
If that.
Yeah.
If that. All of a sudden we get over to the house and it was, hey Brad, did you see that moose that was on Tilton Barrens? And I was like,
nope.
Nope.
Yeah,
No,
so
I didn't know.
That's my kind of luck when it comes to moose sightings. They don't exist, and that's okay with me.
But we are planning to go to Newfoundland in a couple of years.
And we probably still won't see any moose.
We're gonna
might see some unicorns.
We are going to side by side. We're gonna, instead of doing the normal, I don't want to say boring highway drive, we're gonna take the old railway system.
Mm-hmm.
The CN or whatever you want to call it, Canadian Railway.
Mm-hmm.
Used to be there, but they ripped all the tracks up. There's no trains there anymore, nothing. So we are going to possibly, I don't know if we're going to boat to Argentia or boat to Port au Basque. It's something we're going to have to come up with in the plans, but either or, and then go to St. John's and start our way out.
Mm-hmm.
And it's going to take us a couple weeks because we want to do the whole island. Mainly, we want to see spots like things there. Like I said earlier, there's a guy on YouTube that has done the trip like 14 times.
Mm-hmm.
Can't remember.
Okay, but continue.
I can't remember the name of it. But he's done the trip. Like he's four-wheeled the province multiple times.
Mm-hmm.
So he has a website that like puts up where you can stay, restaurants to eat at.
Oh, well, that will be really helpful. Like a how-to kind of thing.
Yeah, but I don't think they've ever went into St. John's, where I think that's where we want to go first. Like we want to start in St. John's and then work our way out like a fish.
Well, yeah, I feel as if though you might run into more issues going into St. John's itself just because the city where it's a little bit busier, right?
That I get. I figure if you're gonna start, you might as well start at the far corner and do it to the other corner. Why not? But it's something we got to talk about.
Yeah, we got details that we got to figure out. Good thing it's like at least 2 years away. So.
But that's our life been in the last 2 weeks, guys.
Yeah, it's been a little bit of a wild one. I can tell you guys now, I am exhausted. For sure.
Yeah, I'm pretty tired.
I'm tired. And tomorrow we go back to the trailer for the weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We actually we had to go to Ben Jams.
Oh, okay.
For our helmets.
Oh, okay.
We got a communication system for our helmets. We don't have bikes, but we have helmets.
Well, we had to have helmets to ride the four-wheelers on the weekend.
Yeah, we don't have bikes, but we got helmets, and our friends Ben and Jen had this communication system and that we really liked because they could communicate back and forth to each other and be off not on the same bike.
Yeah, which was nice.
So we went and
we found when we were buying our helmets, we found a four-way system, and we're like, that will be perfect, so that we can always talk to each other instead of just like me and you communicating and Ben and Jen communicating.
And instead of using hand signals, like we can say, hey, slow down, Somebody's slow.
You know what's funny
Al.
though? No, I didn't even notice anybody do hand signals when riding the bikes this weekend. We would just every so often just stop and wait for everyone to catch up, and then we would continue on.
I think it's because Jen would turn around and go, "There's nobody behind us."
Yeah.
So, I think that's why.
Mm-hmm.
But whatever.
Yeah.
But we get the 4-way system now, so
Yeah, that'll be fun.
whenever we go, we'll have it and we can talk.
Yep.
So we got to go to Ben and Jen's.
Yeah.
That's about it.
But that was our last few weeks. Recap. We are married now.
Yep, we are.
He's legally my problem. I am legally his problem. We legally can't testify against each other, so that's always great.
In a murder case.
I know.
It's only in a murder case.
Well, what other cases would we be in? Big guy?
See what I have to deal with, guys.
Yeah.
But
What do you mean by that?
nothing. But that's pretty much all we got for today.
Yes.
It was a wrap of what we
Our
did in the
last few
last
weeks.
weeks. So
Look out for pictures of the wedding on social media
pictures of us 4-wheeling.
and pictures of us 4-wheeling. I got lots of different content to play with. I still am waiting for some to be sent to me. But yes.
But for now,
Adios, amigos. You're not even ready.
but for now,
Bye.
bye, Newfoundland and Labrador.